So one of the main changes we brought in National Quantum Mission is that instead of doing research for writing papers, we are doing research for making products.
Right.
So we want to actually deliver products for India and for the world. When I started, there were 100 computers. Today, of course, all of us have a computer in our hands as a phone. So it's a major, major journey that we have passed through. Having come from that hardware background, when I got a call from the government to say they want to appoint me chairman of the National Quantum Mission. So I said, why me? So they said, we wanted somebody who understood both hardware and software. Because just understanding software is not good enough. And since this is a hugely hardware-oriented business, that's how I got into this. And so here I am working on the next generation of computing, which is such an exciting journey for me.
Hello and welcome to an exclusive interview on ET Edge Insights. Today we have with us Mr. Ajai Chowdhry. He is the Chairman, Mission Governing Board of National Quantum Mission. Mr. Ajai Chowdhry is a Padma Bhushan recipient and he is also the co-founder of HCL. Sir, it's a pleasure to host you on ET Edge Insights. Thank you for doing this with us.
Thank you.
Let me begin by asking you, at a time when deep tech technology is intensifying across the globe, National Quantum Mission, if you can just express in your words the importance of National Quantum Mission, and more so, how is it different from the other technology advancements that we've done?
Sure. Let me start from a point which is very dear to my heart,
Right.
which is technology sovereignty. Today, technology has become interlinked with economics
Right.
and geopolitics. So technology is being used as a weapon. For example, China, with its ban on critical minerals, weaponized it. So, it's very critical that as a country, we have technology sovereignty. Now, there are certain technologies which are very, very critical technologies. And quantum is one of those most critical technologies along with AI.
Right.
These two are in a manner equal. Rest fall below.
Right.
Why is it so? The reason for it is that every country wants to own the quantum technology. And nobody wants to share quantum technology. So if we are not on our own and we don't do things on our own, we will be in trouble.
Right.
And that's the reason the National Quantum Mission exists.
Right.
Because the government very clearly felt that they must invest into quantum ahead of time.
Right. Right. So you've clearly explained the importance of quantum technology. So globally, when we talk about the intensity and how countries are doing, where does India stand in terms of the technology? And National Quantum Mission obviously was set up. Is there a progress with terms of, and how has that progress been? If you can just put into some.
See, the National Quantum Mission has 4 verticals.
Right.
Vertical number 1 is quantum computing. Then vertical number 2 is quantum communication. Vertical number 3 is quantum sensing. And vertical number 4 is quantum devices and materials.
Right.
So each and every part of quantum technology we are addressing. Now, if you look at where do we stand as a country in each of these areas, the good news is that even prior to the National Quantum Mission, the Department of Science and Technology set up a pre-quantum mission program.
Right.
And under that pre-quantum mission program, they developed a lot of scientists to work in this. So you'll be surprised that we have close to 700 scientists actually working on quantum technologies today.
Right.
Within the quantum mission. And outside of that, another 300 to 400 are sitting with various startups.
Right.
So we have close to 1,000 people quantum technology capability, which is not small. Right. If you go to any European country, they'll be in hundreds.
Right.
They will say, well, I've got 50 or I've got 100, but that's where they will be.
Right.
So the sheer power of India, the sheer intellectual power of India is sitting inside the quantum mission.
Right.
Now, where are we standing in each of these 4 verticals?
Right.
Is what I will take up. Quantum computing. Till last year, we were sitting at 7 qubits of power in quantum computing that we had developed at TIFR. Today, we are sitting with 64 qubit.
Wow.
So from 7 to 64 qubit, we have traveled in 1 year.
Right.
And our objective is to travel to 1,000 qubits. A typical qubit is like, if you look at the normal classical computer, you talk in bits,
Right.
0 or 1.
Right.
In quantum computing, you talk about qubits, where it's 0 and 1. Since it's 0 and 1, it is much faster than classical computer.
Right.
So that is where we are sitting. Today, the world is sitting at 1000 to 2000 qubits everywhere else. We are sitting at 64 qubits today.
Right.
But we are only 1 year old, 1.5 years old. So it's not that bad at all. Now, coming to quantum communications, we are world class. We have done more than many countries put together. So we already have many products that are created by the research institutes and converted from research institutes into product by startups.
Right.
So I'll name one fantastic company called QNU. They have developed a QKD and PQC product for making all networks completely quantum secure.
Right.
Okay. What do I mean by that? Let's say a rogue quantum computer is sitting in China, and if they attack our cyber security in India, they can bring down all our systems. Okay, and that can happen in next 3 years. It's not
Right.
very far. So this particular company and many companies like this have created products by which we can make our networks quantum secure. That is, a quantum computer cannot attack it.
Right.
So therefore, we are world class in that. Okay, we recently demonstrated 500 kilometers of fiber connectivity with quantum security,
Right.
running on an army network. So it's now proven, and there is no doubt that it works, and people can adopt it easily.
Right.
Okay, they don't need to think, okay, can I get some certificate? Can I get this? Actually, it's been demonstrated and it's working.
Right. Right.
So this is the second
part. Yes.
The third part is quantum sensing. Again, here we are, I would say, very close to world class. We have already created certain products,
Right.
and we are very deeply working on many new products for in quantum sensing. One of the products that we have developed is very interesting. It's a microscope by which, for example, you take a chip and you want to do a non-destructive testing of a chip to find out what is inside the chip. For example, a Chinese chip could have a trapdoor by which they can take data back to China. By using this product, you can figure out whether there is a trapdoor.
Wow.
So already this is happening.
Right.
Quantum materials and devices, very good work is going on in IIT Delhi.
Right.
And I think you will see products everywhere.
Right.
So one of the main changes we brought in National Quantum Mission is that instead of doing research for writing papers, we are doing research for making products.
Right. Wow.
So we want to actually deliver products for India and for the world.
Right. So one of the most critical aspects in this, what we could analyze was collaboration, that is with the government, other private bodies. So that is one of the most crucial things, and the amount of skill sets you're putting in. So all put together, there is a cohesive unit that is working together to make this thing happen. So my question to you is, this is something that is work in progress, like you said. Already some things are world class, others are touching world class. By 2030, if I am asking Mr. Ajai Chowdhry, where do we see India's quantum technology progressing with regards to, again, I come back to that world class benchmark. How would you explain that?
I think by 2030, we will be world class in most areas.
Right.
And collaboration wise, we've taken some very interesting steps. The first thing that we have done is to develop a very solid startup ecosystem.
Right.
So we today have more than 50 startups working in quantum. National Quantum Mission is the single organization that has created a most dramatic startup program.
Right.
We gave up to 50 crores to a startup. Not a single government agency gives 50 crores to a startup.
Right.
And we don't ask them to put up their home as the mortgage.
Very important,
right?
Point, yes.
We tell them, when you go for an exit, you give the government 30% discount on the price that you're getting sold. So it's a very open model,
right,
where we want to encourage startups to be successful.
Right.
So that is part one of collaboration. The second part is that we have openly gone to all the large software companies in the country, and we invited them for a session, including me personally sitting in that session.
Right.
And we told them where are the opportunities for them to work with us. So what we want to do is that, let's say, take a quantum computer. Today, all parts of the quantum computer have components that are imported.
Right.
We have opened up the complete system to these companies and said, can you make this product? Can you make this product? can you make this component? And we are telling them that if you want to make this component, we will fund it partially.
Right.
So this is the approach that we are taking, where we want to invite corporates to be part of us.
Correct.
So we have had discussions with Wipro, we've taken discussions with HCL, we have discussions with Infosys, we've had discussions with TCS, we've had discussions with Persistent, we've had discussions with Tech Mahindra, we've had discussions with Cyient.
Right.
So can you imagine, already 8 companies,
and all the big
top,
ones,
all the top companies are working together with us.
Yes.
We've opened up the whole system to them and said,
Right.
where would you like to work? The other thing that we are telling them is that take some of our products to market. Because what do startups suffer? Startups suffer when they don't have good go-to market.
Right.
So what we have told them is that these are some of our top startup companies. Take their products and take them to the world.
Right.
Because you have marketing capability. They don't have the marketing capability that you have. Take their products, put them as part of a system integration
Right.
solution, and sell it to the US, sell it to Europe, etc.
Fantastic. Fantastic. The power of collaboration. Mr. Ajai Chowdhry, from the time 70s, co-founded HCL till now, National Quantum Mission. If I have to trace your journey through these 5-6 decades, this is a wonderful narrative you have scripted. So in your words, how would you describe it? Purely in terms of technological advancement.
When I started, there were 100 computers in India.
Right.
Okay. Today, of course, all of us have a computer in our hands as
Right.
a phone. So it's a major, major journey that we have passed through.
Right.
And then, of course, the hardware journey that we traversed for many, many years, where we created all kinds of products in India,
Right.
was a very successful model. Then we brought mobile phones to India. We went to Europe. We searched which company we should work with. We actually had applied for a telecom license to actually deliver telecom services.
Right.
But we got the license for Chennai, but we could not service it because our partner Singapore Telecom walked out.
Right.
So when we were left with nothing to do in telecom, we said, if not services, why not product? So we went and picked up Nokia, brought it to India, and made it 80% market share.
Right.
So again, it's a market creation activity that we did. We created the market for computing. We created the market for reprographics. We created the market for phones.
Right.
And then we started to work on system integration. We
Right.
picked up large projects, 1,000 crore, 2,000 crore, 5,000 crore projects. Like we actually did the complete outsourcing for Aadhaar.
Right.
So that was a 2,500 crore project.
Right.
So this is the journey that we traveled.
Right.
Parallel to that, we created a software business, which was HCL Technologies.
Yes.
And the BPO business and the R&D export business. So actually, I've seen every part of IT or technology
Right.
since those days.
Right.
But having come from that hardware background, when I got a call from the government to say they want to appoint me chairman of the National Quantum Mission, so I said, why me? So they said, we wanted somebody who understood both hardware and software.
Right.
Because just understanding software is not good enough. And since this is a hugely hardware-oriented business,
Right.
that's how I got into this.
Right.
And so here I am working on the next generation of computing,
Yes.
which is such an exciting journey for me.
Absolutely. Talking about the next generation, one mantra we would like you to suggest to all the upcoming and young entrepreneurs who are getting into entrepreneurship and making innovation fantastic.
You see, for
Yeah.
entrepreneurs, what I would like to suggest is be extremely innovative. And whenever you create a product or a service that you are doing for the market, make sure that you have a clear differentiator. Don't be me too. And that is what will make you successful. And the whole essence of entrepreneurship is innovation. So continue to innovate and do not stop at where you are today. Think of tomorrow. Think your version 2, version 3, version 4, version 5. Think ahead of time so that you can plan your journey extremely well.
Right. On that note, Shri Ajai Chowdhry, pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for those wonderful insights. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for calling me here.
It's a pleasure.